Hello. Happy Monday. Hopefully, you're watching this on the Monday. And if not, make sure that you repeat and watch this every Monday because today I am going to give you a framework to help you track your accomplishments as well as set you up for success for the coming week. Okay. It's all about prioritization with intention and making sure that we're documenting all the things, the wonderful things that you're doing at work so that you can advocate for a raise, you can put your name out there for promotions, you can really get crystal clear on the value that you bring. All right. So, my name is Malia. I am a global engineering specialist. I've worked for Fortune 100 companies, enterprise org. I've done over $300 million worth of projects, LinkedIn Top Voice 2024. And I am here on a mission to help women in STEM be confident leaders, especially those early career ladies. I know we're still trying to figure out how do we go from undervalued to undeniable. I've got you. This framework is going to be a game changer. It's one that I do personally. It's one that I have all my clients do. And this alone is going to help give you clarity. You're not just doing a to-do list. We're not just like writing random things down. This right here is going to give you exactly what you need to begin to position yourself to move your career forward. All right. So, the Magic Monday framework, and I'm going to put a link in the description so you can download the template and start using it this week or next week or whatever Monday, right? We do it on Mondays because it's Magic Monday. All right. So the M so it's 5 acronyms, right? One for each letter, and we'll start with the M. The M is for must be done. What must be done this week? It's pretty straightforward. What must be done this week? Deadlines. Somebody is going to come hunt you down and be like, you didn't complete said thing, right? A is for alignment. These are things that align with your personal career goal. If you don't have a personal career goal, drop personal career goal in the comments or DM me on LinkedIn, whatever you need to do, because we will do another video on how you actually create a personal career goal. It's not, oh, me and my manager have a plan, and that's fine and swell, and that should be a part of it. But your actual career development plan, your career goals, your KPIs, and all of that. So, alignment is any activities that align with your personal career goals. Okay. Then it's G. G stands for it gets to be me. Like I said, I was a global engineering specialist for Fortune 100 companies, and there were a lot of activities that no one else could do. It gets to be me, right? When we talk about bringing value to the table, it's what is unique to you. No one else can do, whether it's by way of your role or your skill sets, it is you. And these things are what we want to highlight every single week. Also, G, 2 meanings, gets measured, right? If it is not being measured by the organization, they might not care about it. We want to focus on the things that they care about, right? So KPIs, reportings, anything that gets measured, we want to make sure that we're hitting some of that every single week because it shows that we contribute in a meaningful way that the organization cares about. Then I is for it irritates our stakeholders. I'm going to say that again. It irritates our stakeholders. Typically, this will be your supervisor's supervisor, but really anyone who is integral in the work activities you do to make you successful, if it irritates them and you can help them, you bring value to the table. And specifically, I want you to start with your supervisor, because what this does is it demonstrates, like if your supervisor is busy, overwhelmed, kind of like has this thing that they don't really want to deal with, if you can come in and be that solution, not only are you providing value, but you're also positioning yourself to be a future leader, right? If that was an activity or a task a responsibility that your supervisor was supposed to be doing, and you take that off of their plate, you literally are showing that you are capable of doing the responsibilities of your lead, right? Of your leaders. So your supervisor, your super supervisors, your supervisor, right? And you want to go up your line of management. If there's anything that you can kind of help them with, kind of take off their plate, that shows that you have the skill sets to handle the responsibilities given to those leaders. Also, if it is just so as an engineer, I work with a lot of operators and maintenance folks and tradesmen. If there's something that irritates them and I can take it off their plate, that shows that I have cross-functional leadership, right? So that I is really about demonstrating that you have leadership and that you can take it to the next level. Okay. Then C. C is my favorite to my heart. Okay. Because C is connection, creativity, and contribution. These are the three things, and I'm going to emphasize connection and creativity. But these are the three things that really make us feel whole as humans, right? Connection. You need to network. As a woman in a male dominant industry, you need mentors, you need sponsors, you need people who are going to open doors, who are going to show you things, who are going to give you feedback, who are going to give you access, who are going to say your name in rooms that you're not in. You need to maintain connection with people. So that should be something that you do every single week, whether you're following up, scheduling meetings, just sending them a quick note, whatever it is, connection. Then creativity, right? So a lot of times in male dominant fields, us as women, we kind of feel like we have to conform or we have to kind of fit in or be a little bit more masculine. And I want us to not lose sight of who we are, right? And bring our whole selves to the table, at least like in a intentional kind of way. Because I don't bring my whole self, okay? We don't bring whole May Lane to the table, just Malia, professional Malia. But if you're passionate about gardening, start a gardening club at your company. You never know who else shares that creativity and that passion. If you have I'll just leave it at that because I'm trying to keep it short. But whatever your creativity is, find ways to bring it into work. Find ways to show that to other people and use that as a means of helping them understand who you are and fulfilling yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and that creativity is going to keep you full. Okay. And the last one is contribution. So much of the Magic Monday, the other acronyms are going to position you to make contribution. But if there is something that is big in your company, right? If there's a strategic initiative, if there's an acquisition or a reorganization, if there's something big that everyone is talking about, you got to find a way to get in and contribute to that. That's what I'm saying. That's a visibility piece. These are all this connection, creativity, finding ways to bring yourself so that other people can understand who you are and connect with you in that way, as well as contributing to a bigger thing. Maybe it's a lot of my organizations would do safety fairs or events based on like Black History Month. I used to MC for the Black History Month events. These were big things that a lot of people were part of. You want to have a contribution to that. It might be outside of your role. It might be outside of your department, but this is going to give you visibility in a way that fills your cup. Okay? So that's the Magic Monday framework. Every week, what you do is you look at last week. Did you hit the things that you planned out? Did you do something on top of what you planned out? So you want to start with reflecting on what you did last week, right? This is where we track our accomplishments. And then you move to the next line in the template. Make sure you download it. And you want to plan out an activity for each of those for the upcoming week. And then you want to put it on your calendar, right? So every letter, you want to plan an activity, right? So that you kind of make sure that you're covering the intentional framework of what's going to move your career forward and what's going to fill your cup, show you as a leader, all of those things. And then you want to make sure that you schedule it on your calendar. Okay? Because as the week goes on, you're not going to be looking at that template. If you're like me, you have a lot of windows open, and that is just one that you're not going to print it out every week. No, what you do is you schedule the time on your calendar. This will help keep you accountable, and it also sets a boundary to, hey, everybody, I'm not super available for whatever it is you need. I got things going on. I have priorities. And if you're going to come and say, hey, Malia, we need this right now, and I need you to do this and clear your schedule. It's like, okay, well, now I have a decision to make. I can better prioritize, still keeping my eye on the prize, but being able to be a team player and all of that. And people should be looking at your calendar when they schedule with you, and they should be scheduling around it and all of that. So if you want to do a quick session on scheduling and boundaries, I can definitely do that for you. Just let me know in the comments or message me on LinkedIn. But having it on your calendar, having that reminder pop up, hey, we're working on the M, the A, the G, the I, the C, the must be done, that aligns with our goals, that gets to be me, gets measured, irritates our stakeholders and shows us as a leader, and connects, allows us to be creative, and allows us to contribute and fill our cup in a visible way so that we can be seen. We want to go from undervalued to undeniable. And Magic Monday Framework will help you do that. All right. So, crush the week. Cheers to amazing careers. My name's Malia Lim. I'm here to help women in STEM be confident leaders. And until next time, y'all, stay savvy. Do, 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 do.